I swear every single time I try to record something, a train, a train shows up. Why? Oh, well, okay. Hello everyone, I'm back with another speed paint video. I was gonna say, did you miss me? But it hasn't been that long. We're back. Maybe we can maintain the little monthly upload schedule. I seem to be good with just monthly doing things once a month. Yes, I can be productive once a month. That's a reasonable expectation for me, I guess. Notice anything different? Since the last video? Any changes that uh weren't there before? No? No? You don't notice anything different? Okay, I see. Fair enough. No, I'm kidding. I know you see this little lady in the corner. Say hello to the byproduct of my latest momentary distraction. I made myself a live 2D model because I think they're freaking cool. And that's so neat. You have a little thing that you drew or you paid someone to draw, and it moves when you move, and it tries to do what you do. It was a long road. I'm still very new to the process and the program and everything. I think I've been like reading up on tutorials for like a couple months, like watching videos and everything. It's like on and off. Like I'll get bored and like, let's go look up some live 2D stuff and see if we can get it. And I think I finally got the bulk of it, but there's a whole lot of stuff I don't know, and this lady is she's very clunky, so don't look at her too hard, okay? I'm proud of her though. She also has wings, but you can't see them because they'll block the video, and the bonnet's bad enough. I didn't really think about it. Well, I did think about it. I was like, well, it won't block too much of the screen, giving her a bonnet, surely, and we can always hide the wings. So yeah, it went about how I expected it. So you can't see my layers. You can't see my layers. You don't know what I'm doing. Maybe you do. No, it's not that. It's not that bad. You can always look at old videos and be like, wait, I've been coloring pictures the same way for like ever because I don't handle change very well. But yeah, I'm excited to use it. But use it more. It took forever. Like I thought the hardest part would just be freaking the rigging and stuff, but getting the thing to work in like VTube Studio, and also the just the process of configuring all the settings to sort of go with my face, because it's like I have like one problem I ran into was like it's hard for the face tracking to see my eyes because I wear these big glasses and they're like really reflective, I guess. So I have to take off my glasses for it to sort of see what my eyes are doing. And then like the sensitivity, and it's just getting it to read my face and setting up OBS. It's just, it was a hot mess, but I'm glad that I finally got it at least sort of halfway functioning. So let me know what you think about it. As long as what you think about it is nice. Well, I mean, anyway, yeah. Let's get to the speed paint, right? Yeah, let's do that. Anyway, so like I kind of sort of mentioned in the little card at the beginning, this is a pretty old drawing. Like I drew this last year, the beginning of last year, and I recorded it. It's one of those videos I mentioned where I was like, I got other recordings, I just need to talk over them. Well, this is one. This is of my OC Isandro, who is a character in my webcomic 23/4. Link to it in the description. Go read it if you don't already. I feel like the people who watch my videos, it's like you're already reading it, or you've already decided that you're not going to read it, and either way is fine. But I feel obligated to at least say something in case new people sort of shuffle in here someday. But yeah, he's not a main character. He's he's the father of one of the main characters in the comic. My character Celestino, and he's like, I can't say he's. I want to say he's one of my favorite characters, but I feel like I say that about everybody that ends up in a speed paint. But I mean, I have a lot of OCs, and I don't draw them all. Like people who've been following me for a while, like there are OCs I haven't touched in years. So if there's an OC and I draw them like semi-regularly, it's because I love them a lot. I love all my OCs, but these are like the golden children. Yeah. Let's see, to try to sum him up really quickly, he's a guardian angel, which in the story are like soldiers, but he's like a general, so he's sort of like higher ranked. But yeah, he fights demons for a living, and angels too. If they start acting goofy or start acting kind of sus, he'll take care of them too. And when he's not doing that, he likes to do music stuff. He likes to sing and he plays guitar, and he has like a little fan base. He's kind of like obscure. He's like an obscure artist that like you'd remember if you were like older. Like the older angels are like, yeah, I used to listen to him. I listen to him now. But the newer angels are like, what the frick is this? It sounds like something my freaking grandma would listen to. But yeah, that's him. Simple little. He's kind of got like two personalities. You have this one side that's just a simple, goofy, stereotypical dad, and then on the other side you have this very stern, borderline cutthroat soldier of a dude who's like, he can just go from 0 to 100, kind of like I have several of those scenes like that. But yeah, he has two sides, the happy dad side and the I will end you if you disrespect the Holy Kingdom side. Like, yeah, that's him. But you don't see that darker side too often. It's mostly just the little simple goofy dad side. And when it comes to inspiration, because I know people like to know how I go about designing the characters that I have. Isandro, because I only created him to be Celestino's dad, I just pulled the same inspiration I pulled for Celestino, and Celestino was inspired by two things. The main thing he was inspired by was the movie Book of Life. I watched it on TV like back in 2014, I guess. I don't know whenever it came to television. I was up late one night and it happened to be on TV, and I was like, oh, I've heard of this movie. I wanna watch this. And I watched it and I loved it, and I was like that night before I went to bed, even though I was tired, I was like, cause like I was like brainstorming a new character because I hadn't too long made my character Asa. So yeah, this was a couple years ago, and I was like, I need her to have a friend character, someone to sort of be the yin to her yang. So I was already like brainstorming. I was like, I can't even remember, like I knew the character needed to play an instrument, and I don't know if I had decided on guitar yet, but yeah, I watched Book of Life and it inspired me a whole lot, and I made Celestino that night. And Celestino was like a mix of, like, from a purely visual standpoint, I just used like Book of Life and just like my own personal aesthetics. And for personality, I kind of mixed like the main character of Book of Life, which was Manolo, and Manny from El Tigre, which is the other place where I pulled inspiration from. So Book of Life and El Tigre. And it's funny because I didn't know it at the time, but like they're directed by like the same guy, so yeah, it would make sense for me to like them both. Because I used to watch El Tigre like when I was still in school, high school and stuff. Like I used to, like, it would come on like every morning, so I would just like get ready for like school in the morning and watch it, and I loved it. I loved the characters. It was just fun. Manny's mom, that one episode where she became like was she even a superhero? But yeah, Plata Peligrosa, she was, yeah, that was my wife right there. I loved her so much. And my favorite character in Book of Life was La Muerte. I can't pronounce that stuff. Please don't hurt me. But yeah, I love that stuff. So when I made Isandro, I just kind of pulled from the same places. So Book of Life and El Tigre. So Isandro, I guess you could say, where Celestino is inspired by like Manny and Manolo. You could say Isandro is inspired by like Manolo's dad and Manny's dad. I can definitely say that I like Manny's dad more than I like Manolo's dad. I don't really remember Manolo's dad. I just remember him being like, do the thing that I want you to do, be the son I want you to be, don't disrespect the Sanchez name or something. But yeah. And then you had Rodolfo from El Tigre, who was just like, he was kind of the same way. He wanted his son to be, oh my gosh, Train. Train, why? I just now realized it. I hate that because I have like I tune it out because I live around the train. Like it goes by like every few hours and I just forget to I'll be talking and I'm like, oh wait, there's a train. I was like, oh right, yeah, train, sorry. I also took inspiration from some other things besides Book of Life and El Tigre. Some characters I hesitate to mention because I feel like it's gonna make you want to make some assumptions that won't be 100% accurate. But yeah, I also pulled some inspiration from yeah, like 2 anime characters. I don't wanna, well, actually one's a cartoon and one's an anime character. But yeah. They're both dads. Yeah. But yeah. Out of my I can say that Isandro ended up, even though I made him to fulfill like a very specific role, he honestly did the same thing Eden did. Like I made Eden originally to fulfill like a very small, simple role, like a very background role. Originally he was like gonna be like the friend of a minor character, so he was gonna be like a double minor character, and he just kind of was like, nah girl, you ain't finna, nah, let me do something else. And Isandro kind of did the same thing where it's like I made him to feel that one, to fill that one little role, and he was like, come on, I can do more, let me do more. And it's like, okay, sure. And he's just kind of like, I can make a whole freaking spin-off story about just Isandro. Like honestly he feels more developed than Celestino sometimes. Like I know this dude's like his whole life, like inside and out. I even know like his distant future, man. Like he's very, very fleshed out. And Celestino's fleshed out too, but I feel like I know the fine details of Isandro's life more so than Celestino's. And like I got his childhood down to a T. I got his teenage years down to a T. Now the only place where it gets kind of spotty is when I think about his like military life between when he became a general and when he first got enlisted. Like after he got, actually that's a lie too. Yeah, dude's hecka developed. I could make a whole comic about him and his little life. This dude be doing a whole bunch of stuff. So like out of my older characters, like yeah, I think Isandro's like he's like right up there. Like he's like kind of in a tug-of-war match for the #1 spot with my character Elias, but like it's okay because they're like friends. So it's like, oh no, you can be the favorite, and then Elias will be like, oh no, you can be the favorite. It's fine. I think you deserve it. And Isandro will be like, no, you belong up there. And Elias will be like, no, I insist. You go up there. And Isandro's like, get up there. And Elias is like, all right. But yeah. Oh yeah. I've kind of like I'm at a loss of what else to say, and then I suddenly remembered that there was a time in other videos where I had a curious cat where you could go ask me questions, and I would like, answer them in like one of these videos, and regrettably I ended up deleting my curious cat because they had some kind of weird security issue a couple months ago. Something where like they didn't do something, and it just brought into question like the security of the site and having it like linked to your Twitter and how safe that was. So I just ended up deactivating mine. Well, I actually deactivated before that because it kind of died because I had gone so long without making videos for answering the questions. But it wasn't on purpose. I keep turning around because of stop. Da, da, da. I have my issue with the question thing is that I always think that I want to do things and then I do them and then I realize I don't really want to do them. Like basically I moved my I made like a little makeshift ask blog on my website where you could go and ask questions in place of Curious Cat, but like I got so many questions at once and they weren't like, and I'm not talking like I was just like buried in like hundreds of questions. No, it was nowhere near that many. It was just the questions that were being asked were like long and they required like I'm sorry, I had to I smell something burning and I think it's because my grandpa turned on the furnace. I was like, am I on fire? No, is the computer about to explode? No. Anyway, they're just like really long questions or like questions that require like serious thought, and it's like I didn't mean for this to feel like an exam, but people y'all be asking like really good questions. Folks be asking like really good in-depth questions like, what is the relationship dynamic between so and so, so and so, and so and so, so and so? What's so and so, so and so, so and so's daily life like? Does so and so, so and so like is so and so, so okay? That I was gonna say a cat or a dog person, but that's an easy one. What's all your OC's favorite color? And it's like, do you like the questions like that get me like bro, I have like 100 plus OC's, dude. You gotta be more specific than that. You gotta be more specific than that, fam. I can't help you there. Or like they'll bring up characters that I forgot existed. Well, not existed, because you know, like I kind of shuffle, like I have so many OCs and I don't keep them all in the forefront of my mind at once. So like I have people like asking me about characters that like I haven't messed with in like years, or like characters I haven't messed with in like a pretty good while, like asking these in-depth questions, and it's like I hate to say I don't know, because it's like that's your character, how can you not know? And it's like it's not that I don't know, it's like I don't feel like reaching back into the back of my head and doing all that thinking and putting two and two together and just conjuring up the proper answer. And it's like I kind of got overwhelmed, and unfortunately I kind of ditched it. Yeah. Well, I didn't ditch it, I just haven't messed with it, but I'm gonna try, okay? Like, I'll put a link to it in the description, and if you want to ask me like a question you'd want me to answer in the Speedpaint, it'll be the same as before. Just say somewhere in your question, like, hey, mention this in your Speedpaint, and I'll get to it. I'll try to get to it. And unfortunately, because I just kind of scrapped my Curious Cat really abruptly, I don't have any of the old questions that you guys asked. You can also ask them in the comment section if you want to. That'd be an easy way to feed the algorithm. And also you can, you know, submit questions that way and not have to like migrate to a different site. But yeah, let's try that this time. I could answer some of them here, but then I guess I'd have to copy my answer to the website too. Hold on, let me go look, because I think I got enough time. Okay, so here's some questions from that little blog that I think I can answer pretty easily. This was an anonymous question. Just assume they're all anonymous unless I give you their name. But this person asked, did the angels have lives on Earth before they became an angel? If so, what were they like? Okay, so like this is a good one, because all my angel characters, none of them were ever human. There's like one exception, and that's my character Tina. But normally, when humans die, they don't become angels. They just become saints. So they don't get wings, they don't get a halo. They get a little cross above their head, and they get immortality and like free rent and like no bills and just like endless joy, peace, and happiness and all that stuff. But they don't get wings, they become saints. Angels were born as angels. You know, they came down from the highest point in heaven as little glowy orbs, and then they hatched out like little birds, and then they have this like really complicated, well, not complicated because like angels don't reproduce. At least they don't in my story. And there's like this big, instead there's like this adoption system that is treated the same way as like whoever adopts a kid first. It's like even if you give that kid up later, that's your kid. You were the first person to claim it, so you're always tied to them. But yeah, it's like this complex adopt system and stuff because like there's no anyway, I'm getting off topic already that fast. But yeah, no living life on earth. But there are some angels who will like as a trial will like go down to earth as like impose as a human just to like see what it's like my character Isaac, who is a seraph, he goes to earth as like as a human, and he just like spends time on earth just to like get the experience. Like he gets to be, he's a kid, he grows up, he gets married, he has a daughter and a granddaughter that become plot relevant later. That's I think I cut that out. Okay. It's yeah, they don't get they don't do the human stuff. Like most angels never go to earth unless they're like a guardian angel and they get like assigned to protect a human or a specific group of humans. Like Isandro's been to earth for work, you know, like to watch over people, but not like living as a human. Yeah, that's not a thing really in this. And in Tina's case, the one exception is like she went through like basically she did like how do I describe it? Okay, so it's like she died, right? She was in limbo, and there was this little kid who had also died and was in limbo, and they were close to the gate, and something got after them and was trying to like, you know, catch them and drag them in the opposite direction. And Tina basically like was like very heroic and was like got the kid, like jumped up and got the kid and like threw them basically like through the gate to heaven, and was like gonna let herself like get gotten and was just gonna like lose her little chance at eternal life just to save this one kid. And like she got saved anyway, and she like turned into an angel, and people theorize that it's like because her deeds were so smiled upon that she got to become an angel. So she's like one of like the only person this has ever happened to. So like people don't really know what to make of it, but yeah, she's the only exception. But yeah, that's not a common occurrence. So no, normally humans don't become angels. They have to, the consensus is that you have to undergo some type of trial, and there's no telling what that trial is. But most humans, once they get up there, they're just happy, you know, be with their loved ones and not have to worry about anything anymore. So ain't nobody really trying to risk they newfound immortality just to be an angel when they don't really have to be. So yeah, there's that. I was gonna try to fit another question in here, but it looks like I'm out of time, so I'll try. I'm definitely gonna do that more often because that filled up so much space so easily just answering that question. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. You stuck around this long. You're awesome. And I'll see you next time. Be blessed. Have a good day or night or whatever. Yeah. Bye.